Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? Good morning, afternoon, good start to your week, good Monday. Good Monday to you. Uh, I just wanted to show, I kind of loving this DW kit, by the way. Um, but what I did is I added this 16 from my Gretsch Catalina, and they match really well. Like, it matches great with the look of the kit, and it sounds ferocious. So I went ahead and put the DW snare back on, and you can see I've got a couple side snares going too. There's my brass patina and my bob, my black on brass, both pork pie. Fantastic drums. I really love pork pie drums. Their snares are some of the best in the world, in my opinion, just because of the way he makes them and his attention to detail, his passion. What he does is he puts everything on a perfectly flat plane. He shines super bright light through it. If there's a single speck of light that comes out, he completely redoes the bearing edge or redoes the drum completely. So you're guaranteed that, the bearing edge is going to be completely flat and, really well cut. So basically, here's the setup. And so it kind of is, I know, a lot of toys, and I'm very blessed, but it's taken me a very long time to accumulate these things, guys. So don't think I just have a bunch of money and I'm just freely spending stuff. It's my passion. It's important to me. It's like many of you understand, how the passion is for it, how the fire burns, right? So what I wanted to do, and I have this on a floor tom. Let me try to move it back a little bit, so a little better angle, a little wider. Yeah, that's a little better. Is kind of compare the sounds and play just a little bit. But this is what the DW sounds like, wide open and with the stock head still on it. And again, I like my snares cranked, so you will hear pretty high timbre with these. But these snares are great. These designed, so it's a 14 by 5. I have it cracked pretty high. Let me lower the snare some too. It has a mag throw off. Okay, so wide open. And it's a little ringy. It's got a Remo controlled sound. I'm not a huge fan of, Remo does make some good lines and some good heads, but I prefer Evans, and I have a head actually to change out on this. I just haven't. I've been busy with doing all these other drums, but that's with a dot on it. I went to the Bob, but that's the DW. I took the wood hoop one off. It just, that certain tune kind of called for that sound. It sounds great too. I love that wood hoop. It's a Tama SLP Studio Maple, 14 by 6.5. You've heard me play with it in some others. And this bass drum is just, I love this. It's so ferocious. And through the array and with a Beta 91A, oh my goodness, it's a fat, just for how small it is, it's a great sounding bass drum. Okay. Now, I wanted to quickly kind of compare the Bob and the brass patina, and this was my first drum that I ever bought. That was, more of like my first like that came with a kit, I should say. It was the first snare I got that didn't come with a kit. It wasn't wood or that kind of thing. It was my first brass snare, and the just everything about it really spoke to me. And I played on a bunch of different ones, and I was like, man, this snare is just so great. So I do have it cranked pretty high. I have a Snare HD on it right now. Sorry, I'm trying to stretch it out just a little, just so it's maybe a little lower. But I love Pork Pie stuff. Bill is just a phenomenal guy. He's really into what he does. He's super passionate, and he makes great stuff. And he used to work for NASA. That Ed told me that. I didn't know that, but he used to work for NASA. So that's super cool, Bill. I'm sorry, I was about to say Bob just because I was talking about the Bob drum. Well, it's black on brass, but they call it the Bob for short. So that's what the badge looks like with the pig in the middle as the O. But Bill used to work for NASA, and so I mean he's a great all around dude and makes awesome drums. So here's the drum with the snares off. Now we have the 13 by 7 Patina, and this one just has natural patina. It doesn't have the blues and greens color in it, but these are just such great drums. I love this drum so much. I use it as my main snare most all the time. I just like swapping out, but then at the same time trading off with brass and wood snares, that kind of thing. Oh, it just sounds great. Even though this is a 14 by 6.5, just because, and this is a 13, but because it's a 7, it has a deeper fundamental to it. Well, and I also have them kind of tuned, the way I have them tuned. But you can hear, I tried to get very similar high tuning with both, so that you can hear that even with high tuning, that this has a deep and fat, snap and great crack and pop to it. So. Rim shots, well, ear splitting. Same thing with the Bob. Alright, so anyway, those are the kind of comparisons of those, and I don't want this video to get too long. I don't have a long time to play, but I wanted to kind of have some fun, and I know I have kind of a lot of drums all around me, but I want to get to the toms, because what I did is tune these toms up, and oh my goodness, are these toms so there's like a full kit. It sounds like a full kit. I even put rings. I put rings on the drums, and I know I don't usually do that, but just to focus the sound, and because they're so resonant. So I have UV2s on all the drums, and like I showed in the beginning of the video, I added my 16 from my Gretsch Catalina. It's maple too. So this whole kit's maple. This snare is maple. It's 10-ply. It's a 10-ply snare too. I mean, the snare is a fantastic snare that comes with it. So, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's got the mag throw off. It doesn't have the 3-position dual strainer, butt strainer on it, but it does have the mag throw off, and it sounds incredible. And you can tune it in a variety of ways. Okay, so now on to the tom. I'll do it with the ring off first. Gosh, they're so reverberated. Let me turn all the snares off. Okay, then 14 by 11. And 16. Woo, that 16 is ferocious. fell off, so I got distracted and then I started messing up. But you can hear how the toms just are amazing. I mean, just Amazing! It blows my mind. I'm really happy with this kit, guys. Really happy. And I know I need to work on the floors a little bit more. Well, all the toms a little bit more, but it's good. It's good. It's good. I'm happy with where it's at. It's a great sounding kit, guys. It's a great sounding kit. And these snares. So, man, Bill, I love you. I love pork pie. I love your handiwork. I love your sounds. I love all of your passion, everything you do. Again, I know I need to kind of tune these a little bit too, but and this has an Aquarian texture coated on it. The 13x7. This has a Genera HD. This has the stock, which is a Remo controlled sound, snare controlled sound. And then I put UV2s on all the toms, including the Gretsch. And it made like all the difference in the world. So oh yeah, one thing I didn't do is cross stick, sorry. Okay, and then cross stick on the 13x7. So, sorry, I kind of had to find the sweet spot here. I had to stick my stick way further out on this drum than I'm used to get it, get the cross. I have to stick it like, usually, the tip of the stick is only out by, well, I guess that's more on brass drums too, but only about that much. With that drum, I had to move it to like here to get the cross stick sound. So, sorry about that. can't stop playing it. It's so much fun to play. But there's the DW, guys. And boy, does it sound ferocious. And then adding this 16 to it, I'm really happy with that too, just because, well, not only does it go well, but it sounds great, you know. Gretsch has that certain sound. Gretsch makes great drums. You know, the older stuff is better. They do have some design flaws, or not design flaws, but the quality control is a little lacking in some aspects in the Asian manufactured drums. But Gretsch, as an all-around company, is just, I love them. They're phenomenal. This was actually the first new kit I ever got, was the Gretsch Catalina, just because of, you know, how great it sounded, how many drums came with it, the price point, so just, you guys can see how it all looks from the front, and then with the tom on the side. So it matches well, you know. Yeah, it's pretty dark, but it matches well with the, you know, I'm concerned about the sound. So, you know, the look is cool too, but I think it sounds great. And those pork pie drums, so just maybe let me know what you guys think, because I know this is a really long video. I'm really terrible about doing that, but it was a large comparison, and I knew it was going to be long because I wanted to go through and kind of show the different sounds and comparing that, and how much I love pork pie. I was talking with a friend, I was talking with Eric, and just, we both really love pork pie, and Bill's an awesome dude. I mean, any type of interaction or any type of, you know, anything has been positive with him. So he's a cool guy, and you know, Ed was the one who told me at Drum Flip, and if you guys don't know about Drum Flip, check out Drum Flip. It's a literal gold mine, or a bronze mine, I should say, but a gold mine of used drums, used cymbals, new cymbals, stands, anything you can imagine. It's basically like the entire section of a guitar, like a Guitar Center, but nothing but drums, and stocked to the gills. Like, he has shelves and shelves of full kits, and new, and all sorts of sizes, and starter packs, and brand new in boxes or used. He has pedals, he has stands. So I got this Mapex there. I got this DW there. So, I mean, and I got them for significantly cheaper than what I would have got them for at a retail. So check Ed out, check Drum Flip out, check Bill out, check Pork Pie out. And I absolutely love this DW Frequent Flyer. It's such a great kit, and it's I guess in the Bach category, because this is a 14 by 11, the floor tom, but it's incredibly resonant and deep fundamental. It's a 14 still, a 20 by 12, and this is a 12 by 8 and a 14 by 5. And the reason they call it a Frequent Flyer is because they measured the exact dimensions that would still fit on a plane that, you know, flights would allow to ship or carry on, you know, so you could take your instruments with you if you flying around the world gigging. And then once you're mic'd up, you have a kit that sounds like an arena kit, you know. When I recorded into the DAW, oh my goodness, it sounded fat. It sounded fat. So I'm happy with it. But yes, like I said, it's taken me a very long time to acquire all these things. And lots of trading up and lots of playing on nothing but used and really bad gear for quite a while. Until I started trading up. I sold old kits. I was actually, the whole thing that made this happen is a pastor of a church, I'll say this really quick. Pastor of a church wanted to get back into drumming. He had that Pearl Masters Custom, that brown one, walnut finish, beautiful kit, great kit, had re-rings. He didn't gift it to me, but I traded him a Roland TD11 electric kit for that kit, and a rack, and all original A's. So he gave me a Ping Ride, he gave me New Beat, that's where I got my New Beats from. He gave me, I have this Splash, is the only remaining cymbal I have from the cymbals he gave me. But original A Splash. And then that's who really made the whole thing happen, because he gave me so much stuff for the trade of an electric kit I only paid $400 for. So I paid $400 for the electric kit, and then I traded that for the Pearl Masters Custom. Then I went to Drum Flip. I traded in the rack plus some cymbals, and I got rid of the new beats like an idiot. I shouldn't have done that, but to get the Mapex, and traded that in, and only had to pay $300 for the Mapex. So my point being, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything. What I'm saying is that Ed is phenomenal. He'll work with you. You could trade stuff in. He has new stuff, used stuff, and that's where I've gotten these kits, and they sound phenomenal, and I'm so happy with them. So thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ed. Thank you to all of you that helped me get this kit sounding like it does. The kick drum does have an EMAD with EQ3 ported on the front. That's how I finally got the sound that I wanted. And then I put the Evans EQ pillow inside, so I could rest the Beta 91A on it, and that gave it a little bit more punch, and just kind of low and thump, you know. So have a great day, everyone. Love you.